Yo, what's going on, Mafia family? It's your man, Rick the Dawn. I'm back. And, man, I want to just say thank you to everybody for supporting my last video. How about that? Almost 2 hours long and 11 games. I took a couple days off the game. So, I'm trying to wager whether or not I'm going to feel rusty. I don't really know at the moment, but I will know in just a few moments. You know what I'm saying? All right, my finger feel kind of slippery. I felt it, but at the same time, I'll make it work. Oh my gosh. Totally forgot. I forgot that King went down last video. So, all right, no problem. That means that I'm gonna have to go to work with my tight end, my quarterback, my running back, and Willie Jackson. I think King, wasn't it King that went down? I forgot. Let me see. Yeah, so King went down last game. That means that the left side of my screen is completely pointless. It's like I can't do anything. Now, I hate to say it, but there is a scenario where you can throw to your non-ranked wide receiver. But as you might imagine, I don't like to do it often. All right, so weird pass right there, but good catch. Man, can we talk about those first 11 games? If you haven't checked out, I believe it's episode 52. If you haven't checked it out yet, I don't know what you're waiting on, man. If you like video games, if you like retro bowl, if you like football games, man, episode 52 gives you everything you're looking for. Now, with King being out, obviously it gives me the opportunity to get Levi way more involved because I need offense. And why not get him on Levi? I mean, Levi's proven that he belongs here. I think it's been a long journey to appreciate Levi. I didn't really like Levi too much. But I think it's about time to put some respect on my main man name for real. So what I'm trying to do is, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. But what happened is we spent the whole quarter. Oh, he caught it. Okay, that was Willie Jackson. I thought that was the non-ranked wide receiver. So one positive that took place there is that we burned the entire first quarter. More than likely, they're going to score pretty quickly and give us about 50 seconds in the second quarter to score. If we got 50 seconds or more, we have the potential to score. Now, the only thing that I want to point out is, it did take us a long time to score in the first quarter. Oh, wait, they ain't. Oh, wow. Okay, y'all done for. All right, so this game's over. Can I just say that now? Oh, all right, so it took me a long time to score in that first quarter. And you know why? It's because I'm missing my main man King. We know that. Oh. That was tight. It was a tight corner right there. Good situation right there. Okay. I'm going to take a timeout right there. It's kind of ill-advised, but I'm going to take it. But, yeah, we're missing a very, very, very important player. And, good defense, man. If you look at the bottom left corner, if you rewind that, look at the bottom left corner, you'll see I had every intent to throw the ball there, but the AI just picked up on it. Let me see if I can get Levi this nice little pitch right here. Oh, my gosh, Levi. Every time I try to take up for him, man, he really lets me down, bro. I'm not going to lie. Oh, did he get that first down? We might have to settle for a field goal. It's pretty obvious we can't get this ball moving, man. Not having King is definitely proven to be very, very challenging. Willie Jackson is an all-star talent. So somebody get there. He's an all-star talent, but, he can get... I feel like they kind of like doubling him almost. You know what I mean? Like putting double coverage over there. This is like a shame, bro. The fact we couldn't get a touchdown with that much time left is really sad. Get there. Ooh. Hey, did you see that I made a mistake there? Because I could have stayed on my feet. All right, hold up. Man, this is interesting. I don't know if I like that play necessarily. I probably messed up. Let's see if I can get this ball. Let's see if Levi can. You know what's irritating? I pressed timeout, but I just didn't press it fast enough, apparently. All right, so not successful. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. That was laughable. I couldn't get space for Willie Jackson. I felt like I had space, but I just couldn't capitalize on it. You know, I was trying not to generate any interceptions because, you know, you go to the same wide receiver, no matter what position they're in, no matter what coverage they're facing. I mean, you're bound to throw a pick, man. Like you're not even tripping about what the defense is trying to do to that player. You're just like, look, I'm gonna force feed the ball to him. And that's just a recipe for disaster. So I tried to avoid that disaster and actually ended up playing it too safe, where we didn't get anything out the deal, not even a field goal. So that was embarrassing. But you know, there's a play, I'm gonna watch it back, where Willie Jackson just basically got bust through, but for whatever reason I was too close to the sideline and ran out of bounds. So that play, I wish I could have that play back, honestly. But here we are once again. You know, it's like a reset, if you will, and I plan to do the exact same thing I just did. Get Daniel Royal running, because once Daniel Royal is mobile, he is very, very difficult to deal with. And anytime I get my non-ranked wide receiver a conversion or catch, I mean, you already know what time it is with that, man. I don't got to tell you. It's a wrap. So as you can see, we're getting Daniel Royal way more involved in you know, the mobile offense, and that's primarily because he's a problem. And why not use your problem if you got one? Now, from this point, I'm making some mental calculations. Matter of fact, you know what? No calculation needed. I was going to try to milk the clock a little bit, but I just had an epiphany. And the epiphany is, oh, we're going to lose this game, man. That was not necessary. Willie Jackson with the fumble. That should be a loss, man. I don't see. Okay, Myron with the interception. What kind of game is this? I don't know, man. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. All right, so my man Myron saves our bacon, and if not for that interception, we would certainly lose this game. So, man, I'm gonna just say it right now, man. Those fumbles, they are crushing, man. Like when you get a fumble in this game, you can just pack it up, bro. You're not gonna win, unless it's a bad. Did I get it? Come on now. Yes, I got it. All right, unless. No, that was a terrifying play. Go watch that play back, man. I had to take a dive on that because the defense cut off my route. So I just had to take what was there. All right. I'm going to take a dive right here to get the clock under 30 to guarantee the win. I don't feel like playing around. This game has been crazy enough. Very low scoring game, and it's no surprise there. It's because we're missing one of our key players. King not being here, we can see, is very, very, very impactful. All right, so very, very ugly game, but you know, shout out to Myron for the interception. Without that pick, man, game over. We lose. All right, rush for 100 yards in the game. So this is one of our 100-yard rushing games. That's a combination, I'm sure, of. Should I take the fan? I'm gonna take these right here. That's a combination of Levi and Daniel Royal just getting it done on the ground. And look at that, a big game for Levi, 81 yards. So that's what's gonna happen. We have to find the offense from somewhere, and you know that's kind of what it is. King is missed, and we have to find it from somewhere. Myron, Amethyst are the only two players to get a 10 rating in this game. So shout out to them. Definitely balled out. I just think it's a travesty how Myron gets rated 10 after every game and still will not get the look for Defensive Player of the Year. Could it be that they're counting, or they kind of, you know, ding him for the fact that he also runs the ball back? I don't know. He's not a defensive back solely. I don't know. All right, so check it. We go against Chicago next. Let's jump right in. I plan to, in this video, to finish the regular season. And that is like a record for me, to finish an entire season in 2 sittings. Definitely a record. All right, so this is we're going against Chicago here, obviously. And I hate going against Chicago. Chicago is always... Chicago is always a very tricky team for me. I don't know what it is about Chicago, but they just give me issues, man. Every single time I play them. There's nothing really special about Chicago beyond the fact that just something about this team gives me problems. I don't know what it is. I still haven't quite deciphered it. So after that last game, I'm realizing that I definitely have to utilize Levi for sure. He was very impactful, 81 rushing yards. That's probably his high in terms of rushing yards for his entire career. Probably that was probably a career high, which is sad, but it's true. Can you catch that for me? All right, so I took a little chance there with throwing to a non-ranked wide receiver because they have Willie Jackson in the corner like a freaking kindergarten. Ooh, nice run by Levi. Actually more like a catch and run. He was able to kind of slip through. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'll take it. All right, I'm gonna play smart here. Just take the first down with Daniel Royal. And I'm trying to score within this quarter because I don't want to get in a situation where we only score one time. All right, see if we can utilize the fact that they're putting Willie Jackson in this corner like a third grader, and take advantage of the fact that the field is shortened. Wait, I think I could turn this to a touchdown. Hold on, hold up. Get there. Nice. All right, beautiful pass by Daniel Royal to Willie Jackson. Let's take a look at that again. 3 defenders, takes the hit, throws it over the defense. Man, there's your MVP right there, Daniel Royal, man. Let me tell you. Now, typically in that situation, I might go for 2, but we're just not at full strength, so I'm gonna just try to kind of take it easy a little bit. Yo, let me know if you're enjoying the series. Throw a like on the video, man. I hate to admit that this series is probably one of my most impactful on my channel. All right, Chicago came to play, man. They're not coming to play games. They're doing exactly what they need to do. Yeah, I hate to say it, man. This is like one of the most impactful series on my channel. If you don't know by now, my channel consists of different videos of different sorts and varieties. And I saw that coming. That's why I didn't even try to juke. I'm like, if I keep full steam ahead, Rick is going to crack whoever's in front of him. They're definitely a difficult. That was a good pass, but a very risky pass because I know for a fact that he's a non-ranked wide receiver. So didn't want to take that hit with Daniel Royal. Actually tried to be slick there. Defense caught me slacking. Hold up. Let's see if we can get. All right, that was an extremely risky throw because we've had situations where the defense jumps to catch that. But in that case, he didn't. Matter of fact, the one time that he did it, I forgot what game that was. It was just so embarrassing. You just don't expect it to happen. So Rick is starting to show me what his value is. He can basically break the first tackle pretty consistently. See that? That's kind of his thing. That's what he does. He breaks the first tackle and keeps moving. Now, what I'm upset with this game is they're not putting Willie Jackson. Oh, man, that was I knew what I was trying to do, but I just couldn't get it. Here we go. Come on, Willie. I know you got that. My man. I was going to say that they wasn't putting Willie Jackson in advantageous positions to score, man. I thought that was catchable. They just kept putting him in these weird routes, these in routes. Like, yo, put Willie. Like, that's Randy Moss reincarnated. Put that man in the fly route. Seriously, bro. All right. We missed the 2-point conversion, which could be a problem considering that Chicago is just playing pretty flawlessly. They're not making mistakes. That was a tough throw. You'll see I try to throw into double coverage, force it there. And I think now, with the way that Chicago is playing me, it's going to be very important for Levi to kind of activate, man. Like, I said this before, I'll say it again. A lot of times they just put them in weird positions, bro. Like, the setups are weird. They put them too far behind the quarterback, and then they give them this weird route. So I don't know if you ever realized, you probably never have, but I always break routes. You know what I'm saying? I break the routes. I don't do what the route suggests. I kind of go with what makes the most sense. Willie Jackson is going to go off, and I tell you why. This is the best play for a non-ranked wide receiver. First off, the defender was way back, too much of a buffer. All right, I'm letting Levi kind of cook a little bit, and as you might know, I'm very nervous. All right, if you don't know, if you're kind of like a newbie to my series, Oh, good catch by a 9-ranked wide receiver. I'll take that all day. All right, I'm letting Willie Jackson cook in the corner because they can't touch him, man. He's too highly ranked. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see if I can get myself the ball on this one. Nice. So that makes up for the missed 2-point conversion, but it doesn't give us any advantages. All right, here we go. We're gonna see if our defense can stand up and knock down Chicago a little bit. Chicago seems to have a high-powered offense, and they're doing very well, I must say. Let's see what happens. No, we couldn't stop them once again. Wait, field goal? Score. Okay. So just when I was starting to doubt my defense, and I should never do that, obviously, they were able to get the stop. Now, conventional wisdom tells me that I should, feed Levi the ball and see what he can do. All right, maybe, I had a weird idea. I was like, just feed Levi the ball every play. He may or may not fumble, but I need to get a verdict out on Levi. Like, who is he? I need to know, and I don't know right now. Is he the reliable? Oh, good play by Willie Jackson. Breaks 3 ankles. I know you saw that, right? I'm not going to even make a big deal out of it because he does it so often. But, dude, did you, I know somebody rewinding that right now. Ooh, good slip by Levi. Oh, whoa. Okay. Levi just hit me with a nice little surprise there. I like that. We're going to slow down a little bit because, yes, I can score. I get all that. But what we don't want to do is score, let them score, and then let them go for a 2-point. Let them go for an onside kick and then score again. We lose. So you're going to know that I'm going to slow things down. We already got the lead. I literally don't even need to score. There comes a point when you just got to play smart football and not worry about running up the score. As long as we don't get any weird turnover on downs or stuff like that, I'm cool. Did we get that first down? I feel like we did. We got it. Good. Levi is playing very effectively. I think I can say that safely. Now, ranked wide receiver right there. It's not a bad move to ever get them involved. I mean, they're not pretty to throw the ball to, but at the same time, they get the job done. All right, so I decided to score. I really wish that I might have given Levi consecutive touches, but it is what it is. All right, good win there. They just couldn't really, get it done. A couple turnovers for Chicago, and that was the end of them. I'm going to praise the player. Anytime I have an opportunity to level up my players, I always take that opportunity. We had another injury right there, and very surprising. Very surprising, I'll say that. And let's go ahead with this guy. Let's go ahead and give him stamina because right now he's really, really lacking there. Okay, and I guess I shouldn't be too surprised with the injury. Anytime you go on hard training, that is a risk you take. I'm having a lot of thoughts right now. I want to level up my stadium, obviously. But at the same time, man, we're not losing. So, you really need to level up your stadium anytime you consistently lose. And, not to brag, but we're kicking some tail right now. So, I hit a switch in my mind like, yo, I gotta get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta change it up. I'm gonna try my white on white unis. I don't test them out too much. Game 3. If you're still here, throw a like on the video. We're trying to complete the regular season in one video, and so far so good. And even better, Myron with a nice run back. They're gonna want to replay that, but we'll skip it because we know what Myron does, man. He does this consistently. The good news is we're doing very well despite the fact that King is out. King is one of our star wide receivers. I think that realistically speaking, I like these new unis, man. These new unis give me a new vibe. I just feel like when you playing with the white on whites, you got to do well. If you don't know though, King and Willie Jackson are like insanely good. They're almost like the Randy Moss, Chris Carter duo from the Minnesota Vikings back when I was younger. I want to say like 98. That was a rare drop by Willie Jackson. I think it was more or less good defense though. They just really did a good job on defense. Finger slipping a little bit on the buttons. Good defensive stop. I was gonna run left. If you go watch that playback, you'll see that they did an amazing job with sending a defender on the left side. Okay, weird setup. Let's see if we can make something of this play right here. They're not giving me. That should be a drop. Yeah, that was just good defense by Green Bay, and I think that makes me a little nervous. It tells me that Green Bay, from a defensive standpoint, is pretty tricky. I couldn't figure out some of the things they were doing. Great job by them. That's our very rare turnover on downs. I don't really get those often, but not having my other wide receiver limits my offense. And you would think that's what it would probably feel like playing against a real person, like the way that they made adjustments like that, and they covered what I like to do. I'm not sure if that was just random or if it's coded into the game itself, but they really just block all the stuff I like to do. Willie Jackson, nice catch. All right, so I tried to dive there. I don't know what happened. Like, I actually dove, and for whatever reason, it just didn't activate. It didn't seem to notice. All right, here we go. Willie Jackson is doing it all by himself for the most part. Great slip by Levi. With King out, this is certainly the opportunity for Levi to shine. And the big question is, Willie. All right, beautiful run by Willie Jackson. I think if you're new to my series, you're looking at what Willie Jackson is doing and you're saying to yourself, yo, this guy's incredible. And what I would like you to know is, yes, he is. You know what I mean? He is. He's pretty crazy. But I'm going for 2 here because I see that. Well, my brain just had a slip right there. I should have went for 2, I should say, because I don't think that we're going to score twice in this quarter, and I believe that they will. Or more or less score twice in this half. All right, so they leave us with 50 seconds. Normally that would be enough. Problem is we don't have King, so I don't think it's going to be enough. And we get the ball way back here, but not far enough to get a touchback, which I hate. But beautiful run back. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Myron once again with an amazing run back. All right, and once again, man, this game just screws me over with these weird plays. They're not putting Willie Jackson in advantageous positions like fly routes and stuff like that. So I gotta kind of create it myself, which is fine. I like, you know, showing my skills and stuff like that. But man, how much easier it would be. I'm gonna throw that away, bro. It's like they're putting Willie Jackson in these weird positions, bro. Like, look what happens. Look at this. He runs into the middle of the field with tons of people there just waiting for him to get there. So what happens is it limits my abilities. Like, I can't. What can I do with that? And even this play is weird. So what I'm gonna have to do is try to get to the 30. Oh, I'm gonna have to just take a chance on that play. I'm gonna take the field goal, and I'm gonna look at the plays they give me. That was a beautiful pass. I didn't even speak on it because just like I'm focused and keyed in. Oh crap! Too late. Ooh. Okay, so look at this play right here. It's very interesting. I got Rick and Willie Jackson on the same side. That is a problem for the defense. Let's see if we can get there. Ah, man, that was definitely worth the try, though. Had them both on the same side. All right, we're looking like we're going to take an L, primarily because we were not able to score twice in that first half. And actually, we're scoring at a very low clip. Man, I hate Green Bay. We play against them so often that it's just like not possible not to see them as a rival. We play against them too much. Being down this bad, and we are down pretty bad in my opinion, I think that the only thing to do is to just really go in on the Daniel Roy to Willie Jackson connection, and also take advantage of something we don't take advantage often of, and that is Rick. Francis Rick, a great addition to the team, amazing player, never gets targeted for whatever reason. I don't know why I don't target my own player. You would think that there would be some bias there. Good catch by Willie Jackson. That was a very tight catch. Go look at that again. You'll see what I mean. Beautiful catch by the 9-ranked wide receiver. I've been very hesitant to target him, but as you can see, he's been kind of coming through a little bit. All right, Willie Jackson's slow, 1, and 2, he can't take tackles that well. Kiss that big dog. Oh, my gosh. That was his chance to shine right there. Let's try it again. All right, good job. I'm happy that Rick caught that, not the non-ranked wide receiver, because it's just like, it's better. I tried to be slick and get on the outside with Levi, but it just didn't happen that way. All right, I'm going to probably run it with Daniel Royal. Good slip by Daniel Royal, a rare slip. He's pretty slow. More of a thrower, a pocket passer. If you're going to throw to a non-ranked wide receiver, you got to aim for the head. I noticed. That's usually the only way you're going to get a non-ranked wide receiver to catch the ball. Let's go for Willie Jackson. Should have threw it a little earlier, but great way to make up the catch there. I thought I would have more stamina, but my quarterback is getting tired. All right, beautiful catch there. I'm going to look and see what they give me for two-point conversions, and I like what I'm seeing, so I'm going to take the chance. All right, I like what I saw, but they did a good job with defense. We were able to overcome it, though. All right, we only down 5 points, and I think this should be the game. If Green Bay is able to score, they should ice us out. All right, so Green Bay is going to score, and they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to get the 2-point conversion, and then we'll pretty much lose the game. I didn't mean to say 2-point conversion. I meant an extra point conversion. But the point is, we're going to lose this game, and I'm okay with that because I thought my team did pretty well. It really boiled down to some really bad choices in the first quarter. I need those kind of losses, believe it or not. All right, so even though I've lost this game, that's not going to, force me to fold my hand. In fact, I'm going to go, guns blazing. I'm going to go guns blazing and just kind of go for what I know because, why? Who cares? I want to probably take a loss in this game anyway. All right, so you just see me just kind of throwing some balls out there, just trying different things. I was just trying to, a lot of the way that I play came from trial and error. A lot of people kind of stick with what got them to the dance. Me, I know what gets me to the dance, but I still want to try the other chicks out. You'll see that's just my philosophy on life. The way even if you look at my YouTube channel, like I know what videos bring in this or bring in that, but that doesn't stop me from going out there and just trying different things. All right, so this game is pretty much over. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to get some practice for field goals. And I'm gonna also test out onside kicks just to see what happens. All right, didn't convert that. Good game by Green Bay, defensively especially. They kick our butts defensively. I'm gonna criticize him. He's already upset. And I think this is the year that Levi, his contract ends. So at some point, going to have to start making some decisions there with him. All right, so second loss of the season, not the biggest worry in the world. And that's primarily because, let me see, I got a lot of decisions I could be making here. Hold up. Looking for a talent spotter or likable coach that's under 11 coach coins. Very rare to find, probably even impossible. All right, I could start spending right here. I'm actually going to hold out. I'm not going to spend right now. And I'm going to, let me see, look at my guys real quick, see how they look. And they look pretty tired. So I think I'm going to, I got 3 games left. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on low. All right, this has to be this is a must-win game for me. Losing this game would take me below the, I will lose a lot of fans if I lost this game. And that'll take me below the threshold for 3 coach coins per win. And I don't want that. So shout out to my defense. We start off with a stop, and that's amazing. So let's see if we can run the score up a little bit. We definitely want to see that after a terrible performance in the last game. We had a terrible performance. And also, if you're a first-time viewer, thank you for watching. And also, if you're a first-time viewer, you get to see King and Willie Jackson on the same field. And you'll see why I think they have the potential to be very, very dangerous. In fact, when you bring King into the mix, what really happens is you have a offensive threat that's very difficult to deal with. Okay, Levi, when he's clicking, he is unstoppable. All right, you got Francis Rick, beautiful Beautiful catch, terrible pass. My finger slipped on the button. You'll see the reticle make a weird shift if you look at that play back. But you know, I don't ever, well, I always complain about it. Kind of like that. That was a finger slip. But one thing I like to do is accept the finger slips, because when you throw a football, your finger can slip as well. So it's like, it happens. It's a part of, you know, quarterbacking. A big part of quarterbacking and throwing a football is touch and accuracy and spin and all this other stuff. Same thing with this game, and this is why I think the coders did an amazing job, the developers, with the way that they coded throwing the ball. Like, it does take a great deal of skill. Like, I know that my gameplay has inspired some people to, you know, download the game, start playing the game, and they might wonder, like, hey, why am I not getting the same results as I'm seeing when I see Rick play? It's because, like, I've been playing the game for so long, like, I know how to finesse certain passes through certain defenses. Like, they did a good job as far as the developers. So I'm noticing that Levi is getting a lot of space, okay, and a lot of advantageous plays. All right, and when I see that, it's kind of difficult not to get him involved. I'm gonna go through the middle. I was hoping that Levi had that middle game. He doesn't have it yet, and kind of trusting Levi, kind of put myself in a bad situation. Let's see. All right, that's King's catch right there. Nice catch by King. And yes, I am doing what I usually don't do, which is just giving the ball Levi. Let's see what he can do, man. I gotta test this guy out before the playoffs. I gotta know exactly what he's capable of. You know, one of the keys to what I would call my success in this game is knowing my players and knowing their, you know, their tendencies, their limitations. And Levi is one of the few players that I don't really know the answer to that question. I don't know what it's, I don't know. Sometimes he's this, sometimes he's that. So it's kind of like a nice little stress test on Levi to see what he's really capable of. Bad pass, great catch. I threw it a little too high. This game also allows you to throw bullet passes. I've never done it before because I heard you have to use 2 fingers, and it's like, bro, I'm not about to do that. Seriously, that's like a lot of work to throw a pass. Now, if you don't know, the longer you hold the ball, the more separation you allow your player to get. Bad pass. Great defensive effort by the AI. All right, I'm gonna call a timeout here. I don't want to have another situation like what happened in the last game where playing around and we don't get anything out the deal. Great tackle. That should have been a touchdown. All right, let's see if we can get Levi. You see that the play has him going left, but watch what I do. You see that? It is not uncommon for me to break plays. I break plays basically every time with my running back. I don't do it necessarily with my wide receivers, but when it comes to my running back, I always break the play. Okay, I know what they want me to run, but I always break it based on what the defense is trying to do and also blocks from my offensive linemen. So yeah, you'll notice that I'll break plays quite often, and it works out for me. You know, it works out. Now, what you probably can't tell, we got the ball back. I just realized that for some reason. I didn't know we was getting the ball back at the half. That means we got to, and that's mainly due to that early stop. And we didn't really run up the score like I was expecting to. Not the most, you know, not the best gameplay, in my opinion. I didn't do the best in this game. I did okay. I didn't do as good as I thought I was going to do. Beautiful pass right there. I hate that I got the jump animation. The jump animation just means that the wide receiver is very skilled, but in a weird way, it actually hinders. You saw me get a little freaky there. Usually I take a dive, but I didn't want to take a dive there. All right, that was definitely technical running right there. You watch that play back, you'll see me slip a couple tackles by going right through the seams. That's a very technical way to run the ball. Somebody running for the first time wouldn't be able to do that. You got to just kind of learn the nuances of the game itself to figure out these little cracks and corners you can kind of slip into. That comes with just experience, XP, real life XP. All right, beautiful catch right there. We're looking real good this game. Really, really good actually. Not the best first half, but certainly looking good in the second half. One more stop for my defense, and this is a shutout. I expect Chicago to trail, though. I don't feel like we can shut them out. I think they'll just kind of trail behind us for the entire game. And if you're wondering why I'm doing 6 games this episode, one of the biggest reasons is because I want to get prepared for the playoffs. And in the playoffs, you got to win 3 games consecutively, right? And last season, we went 13-4, got to the playoffs, and just played just as terribly as we played the entire season. All right, some bad passes there. I'll take responsibility for those. Good pass, bad run. Stayed in bounds. I should have stayed in bounds. Definitely did not do that. Okay. All right. So you're just seeing firsthand why I talk so poorly about Levi when I do. It's because he's fumble prone. And I think that play right there is enough for me. And I don't know what happened. I'm learning my mouth. Great job. Defense, once again, proving that they're probably better than my offense. Sadly. Hate to say it, but I kind of pride myself on my offense, but my defense just keeps doing the same thing. They just keep kicking butt. I'm pretty poised to just test Levi from this point out. I'm going to just stress test Levi from this point. I can run the ball, sure. I just want to see what this guy's going to do, man. He's getting stopped every time. I can't stress test him. He's just not good enough. All right, so what you don't know, and I do know, great catch right there. I'm going to tell you that was a terrible pass, mainly because Daniel Royal's arm is getting tired, so he's throwing much lower passes. But one thing that you couldn't know, because you're not in my head, obviously, but is that I just traded Levi. I just traded him. Terrible pass right there, but I hope that the clock is low enough that we run out of time before they can do anything. All right, we're going to get this game right here, game over. But what you don't know is I just traded Levi in my brain. We lost Cody Myron. That's a terrible loss. All right, the good news is we only losing 4 games. Terrible loss right there for sure. Myron does so much on our team, and he runs, kicks back. He also stops several plays on the defensive side. But I'm glad that he took that injury early. Wait, he got injured with light training? That sucks. It's not common for that to happen. All right, everybody's pretty pretty healthy and condition wise. So why not take this opportunity to just jump in? I'm going to also kind of refrain from spending any coach coins. I see opportunities to spend, but I'm going to hold out for just a moment. All right, we're jumping right in. My left pinky finger is asleep. That's a good sign. That lets me know I'm playing a long time. You know what I mean? But here we go. All right, I think this is game 5. I kind of lost count a little bit. And if we win out from this point, this would definitely be our most successful season so far with this team. But anyway, I keep forgetting to finish my point. But last game I said I was going to trade Levi because I noticed that he just can't run consecutively. He can't run. I can't. Let's see what we can get this. Oh, beautiful pass right there, man. Let me tell you, that was a beautiful pass over the top and for several yards. Great job by the offensive lineman. Oh, my gosh. Beautiful pass by Daniel Royal. A thing of beauty right there. All right, Levi should be able to run this for a first down. Got 7 yards. So that's about where Levi is, in my opinion. I think that play is a great indicator of what he does and what he brings to the table. Out of 10, he's a 7 out of 10. Not bad. But, I'm in the business of being excellent. And I need an excellent running back to make this team unstoppable. If you're wondering what makes us beatable, it's Levi. Levi is the Achilles heel for this team because he's supposed to be so much better. Supposed to be, but I can't, I just can't figure him out. I can't figure him out. And the expectations are very high. Let's be very clear about that. All right, I'm basically going to try to milk this quarter out. Sometimes it's a good strategy. Make it so that the defense, kind of gets caught in a weird predicament. Beautiful run right there. Very weird pass if you watch that back. But yeah, so Myron's out. Let's see what the defense can do without him. I think that they're going to have an easy time scoring LA Rams because Myron is pretty much the de facto stopper on my defensive side of the ball. Without him, I think our defense probably goes from like a 4.5 star to maybe like a 3.5. Excellent job. So the plan worked perfectly. Going for 2 made them go for 2, and we stopped them. All right, here's our non-ranked kick returner. As you can see, he's not Myron. Myron usually gets at least 25 yards on every run back at minimum. All right, so Willie Jackson, or is this King? I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know. That's Willie Jackson. Too slow. All right, I can tell the difference. Willie Jackson is incredibly slow. When I throw it to King, this is what happens. He's so fast that he can throw the defense off, throw the timing off. So let's see here. This is Willie Jackson here. Willie Jackson, on the other hand, is a great catcher, though. He catches way better than King does, in my personal opinion. But when King catches the ball, this is what he does. He's so fast, I gotta like account for his speed. Ooh. Willie Jackson is a very strong player as well. A lot of times you'll see him catch passes, break a tackle here or there. I like it. All right, good slip by Levi. I think what Levi lacks is speed. Obviously, he lacks strength as well, but I think speed is his biggest drawback. All right, so we were able to do a good job with, okay, didn't expect that touchdown. I dove from pretty far, which I thought would get me on the goal line, like right on the stripe. But man, good dive there for sure. We're gonna go for the 1 point because they did not successfully convert their 2-point conversion, so it gives us a little bit of an awkward lead. All right, they start the ball off for the second half, and they're going to be playing catch up, especially considering that they missed their 2-point conversion. If you're watching the video right now, thank you for checking me out, man. All right, here we go. Here's where everything really boils down to. But yeah, man, I'm Rick the Don, man. You know, I do a little bit of everything, bro. What can I say? Most people might argue that I am a musician. I would argue that I am a hustler. And music is just one of my hustles. All right, great defense, bad lineup, or I should say play calling. But because Willie Jackson is so strong, I can kind of finesse my way out that situation. All right, let's see if we can get King involved. We haven't really targeted him. And I think in the playoffs, I just had an epiphany. I had a couple epiphanies. One was Levi's not going to be on this team long. But the second epiphany is I got to get King more touches. And I'm going to tell you why. King is faster than Willie Jackson. Willie Jackson is obviously the better wide receiver. He catches just about everything. But when King catches the ball, the defense doesn't really know what to do. Here's the thing, though. I said when King catches the ball. King has been known to make some incredible drops. And his drops are like legendary. Seriously. All right. Good job on us for milking most of the quarter and overrun it. My fingers started to slip way too much. I felt like if I threw the ball right then and there, without question, I would have probably thrown a bad pass. And with this much time left on the clock, we don't got time. Good slip by your man, Rick. Love it. Great block by King. I think King being over there just created a lot of chaos. Great block right there. You see that block by King on the latter half of the play? All right, so that 2-point conversion ices the game. This game will not be winnable for LA Rams. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if the AI forces some kind of turnover because they know that their AI won't be able to capsize. So there is a slither of a loophole that we can lose this game. They can go for an onside kick, obviously. And if they would have got that onside kick, we would have lost. But it's so rare for an onside kick to be converted, so I wasn't too concerned. A little bit, but not too much. All right, so I'm going to show you what King can do. When King, well, that was my finger slip right there. But let me show you what King does over Willie Jackson that I like. All right, it won't happen on this play because it's just kind of like triple covered. But when King catches the ball, I'm trying to find a play that allows me to show it. But good job by the defense. He's just kind of covering. I can't really get there. But look at, I mean, who leaves Willie Jackson this wide open? Bad scouting report. Whoever's scouting didn't do a good job. I'm going to take a run. I was going to go for the field goal, but that'd be dumb. I'll lose XP on somebody. Who needs XP really badly? It's really Levi, honestly. But it's no good plays here. I'm going to give it to Levi regardless. All right. I did that to see if I can get some XP there. Good end of the game right there. Really like how I closed out the game. All right. So that brings us to the final game of the season. 14-2 right now. If we were to win this next game, that'd be awesome. First off, and number two, it would be again our best finish to any season so far. All right, no injuries, which I would argue is amazing. Season has an upgrade, and he's a defensive lineman. I'm gonna go with speed in this case to make him a more well-rounded player. Myron would get him back, and I think it's definitely the time to low. Maybe I should do something a little risky. I'm going to stay on hard, and the reason I'm going to do that is because we get the first round bye. So if somebody gets injured in this game, as long as it's not our running anybody pivotal like our quarterback or anything like that. Matter of fact, let me just take a look at our guys real quick to see who's in danger. So yeah, I'm going to take a risk, man. This can be a game, or I should say a season-breaking risk, but I'm going to take it because if we can get through this game, we're going to get some good level ups. And they're going to be right on time before the playoffs. And, man, it's going to be huge. So we'll know after this game whether or not I made a good or bad decision. If we incur an injury to one of our key players, especially Royal, man, this could be a season-ending injury. Or better yet, a season-ending decision. All right, we get Myron back on the ones and twos. As you can see, already paying dividends. Got to the 30. Without him back, we got to the I believe it was the 20. Great play. That was just an anomaly. Usually that play doesn't happen that way, but defensively they did a good job. But because Willie Jackson is so highly ranked, he was able to catch it on the second jump. All right, so I was going to do something risky there, but then I realized why risk it. I love Minnesota's field, man. This green, it pops so beautifully. They did a great job with how they articulated the field. But anyway, I tried to show you this last game. I'll see if I can show it to you now. The difference between Willie Jackson and King. All right, here's King when he catches the ball. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the negatives first. When King catches the ball, first off, it's hard to get him to catch the ball from time to time. And that was a rare, I'm not going to diss my guy like that. That was a rare fumble. He doesn't fumble that often. He does fumble, though. But what I wanted to show you was just how fast he is. When he catches the ball, he gets down the field at such speed that Willie Jackson just can't do. All right, but on the flip side, what that does is that puts us in a very, very weird space. I'm doing the numbers in my head, kind of crunching outcomes. And the best way to compensate for that terrible play by King, and I'm going to call him out on that, is to burn the second quarter, score at the burn the second quarter, score pretty late in the second quarter, and get the ball back at the top of the second half. Score again. The score should be 14-10. All right, Levi uncharacteristically is getting some good runs here. Usually I like to get a couple yards and then dive to negate the fumble, but at the same time he's just doing so good that it's like hard not to keep him on his feet. Got to be careful though, because as you can see with King, if you get too greedy, the game will penalize you from time to time. Let's try again with King though. Oh, good catch, good hit. I'm gonna try again with King, especially since we actually need the yardage. I'm gonna give him a little more separation this time. You see that? So that's the difference right there. That's what I was trying to show you the first time. When King catches the ball, man, he guns down the field. And the defense just doesn't know how to compensate for that kind of speed. I don't know why I trusted Levi there, man. I really wanted him to get on the outside. You see how Willie Jackson, how slow he is? He's shifty, but he's slow as molasses, dog. All right, so I'm going to go for 2 because we are a little bit behind. All right, so a good way to kind of fix some of those errors we had, and we get the ball back. We're going to score. Should be 16-10. That fixes a lot of the problems we had. Let's see here. All right, let's get King back involved to double down on what I just said. Again, though, it's really hard to give him the ball because he has really random catching. His catching is not at all consistent. But once you get the ball into King's hand, I think that's when you realize, or I should say, that's when it becomes apparent that he's extremely good. But you got to get the ball in his hands. You got to get him to catch it. Once King catches the ball, you're in for a show. All right, so Levi stole that catch. Levi has terrible catching. I'm not even sure why he's getting involved with that play. That was definitely the King to get him, down the field. Let's see if we can get King involved right here. Bad throw. I should say bad timing. He was open a long time ago, and we played a little bit. Willie Jackson, more shifty, though. He's a very shifty player. But again, once King catches that ball, I'm really doing like a demo of King's catching and speed. You see that? That's what King does. When King catches the ball, you're just not going to catch him. You're not touching the guy. And that's the difference between him and Willie Jackson. Good pass right there. I should say good patience in the pocket, bad pass. My finger got really slippery right there. But great route, man. I got to pay attention to that. I didn't really look at Rick as a route runner. But that play right there tells me that he might be somebody I might have to pay attention to the routes he runs. Because the way he ran that route and lost the defense completely was random and very uncharacteristic. I didn't see that happening. I don't see that often. All right. Great run. Though Rick is slow, as you can see, he's very shifty and usually open quite often. Bad pass. All right. Let's see if we can get Rick this pass right here. He got covered. But look at that. Do you not see that? When King catches that ball, man, he's gone. That's what King brings to the table. And Levi could have scored if he was faster on that play, but you can see that speed problem is there. And I guess you can make the argument that you can't have it all, man. Like no team has everything, every position maxed out. So a good way to turn this game around. I know someone watching thought we would probably lose this game, but a good stop by Curbs, that was the deciding factor. And that is what turned our fortunes around. And now we're looking very, very sturdy and strong. So it looks like Minnesota's going to score in this possession. Not a problem because we only have about a minute left in the game. They should go for an onside kick. I'll be surprised. They didn't go for it. Maybe because we are more than a minute out. But they definitely should have because this game is over now. I'm going to do a rare stop for Myro. Sometimes that throw was off the defense. It didn't do so that time. And again, I'm kind of doing like a demo of King's speed. When he can catch the ball, of course. This is a good one right here. All right, definitely got down the field pretty fast. This is the fourth quarter, so speed is kind of taking a little dip. But nevertheless, I think you get the point. And I'm also paying more attention to Rick. So I'm glad I'm finding these things out right before the playoff starts. Rick runs great routes. And, maybe he's been underutilized. But now I think it's about time to start putting that guy to use, man, because he's very strong. All right, great run by King there. No fumble. Obviously, good job by him. All right, that was a weird play right there. I saw so much. My eyes kind of lit up. I'm going to take a chance here and see if I can get this ball into the end zone. Sometimes I'll do plays like this for practice, just in case I'm in a situation where I need to do this. Okay, good. I wouldn't do that if I didn't have a commanding lead, but sometimes I'll make these kind of plays just to see if I can do it. It's like, what do they call it? Trial and error kind of stuff. Thankfully, I was able to pull that off. And that's another thing that Rick does very consistently. When he has that out route that ends in a nice little curl, he tends to catch that very consistently. It's really scary how well he catches that pass. 15-2, man. Shout out to Detroit this year, man. Looking really, really solid. 15-2. That's our best record so far. We lost twice, and both losses were, respectable losses. We didn't lose anything silly. And if we look at 10 ratings, Amethyst and Curbs, Rick obviously played a heck of a game, 2 touchdowns. Man, great season right there. Great season overall. I'm going to get us to Amethyst here, put that into tackling. And we're going to get that first round bye. And let's just take a look at the bracket before we do anything at all. New Orleans, Washington, Philly, Arizona, San Francisco, LA. Looking pretty solid there, bro. I'll be honest with you. We absolutely destroyed our division. The NFC North was just a one-team race. No competition whatsoever. Okay, so very interesting dilemma here. I can give the XP to my team and level my guys up, or I can take the 2 coach coins. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do here. The level ups would be very much appreciated. I'm going to go with the level ups. There we go, right there. You see that? That's basically money to me, man. All right, we get the level up Daniel Royal. Anytime Daniel Royal levels up, let me tell you, it just gives me a nice little. Now, here's a really interesting situation. We can give King even more speed, or we can address the biggest problem in his game, which is his catching. That's interesting. I didn't know his catching was that low. If I do, I think it's obvious, right? You got to go catching, because now if King can catch, coupled with the speed that he has, he becomes unstoppable, right? Isn't that pretty obvious? Like, man, we got a lot of level ups there. I'm glad I went with this this right here. This is definitely a smarter choice. Saquon Seed is now a big tackler, and I'm expecting to see him pull off some Ray Lewis-like stops. Yes, yes. All right, so now we definitely lower things. I think our guys should be fully charged, right? Yeah. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. Everybody's angry, though, because of all the training we're doing, all the practice we're doing. I might have to be careful of that, because at the end of the season, I'm going to have to spend a lot of money to keep these guys from wanting to leave the team. I don't really want that, honestly. All right, let's go ahead and skip this play right here so we can figure out what's popping. And, okay, we go against LA Rams. I like that matchup because we just beat them. Doesn't mean we're going to beat them again, but like I said, I just like the matchup. All right, here we go. Here's the bracket. Looks like things are really already settled on the AFC side. I'm going to stop here. And if you're wondering, yes, from this point forward, I'll be playing one game at a time. I work my butt off to get back to the playoffs, and here we are. And I think it's time to make some adjustments. We got to take a look at some things. We haven't really looked at some things. Okay. Big decisions here. My team is fully charged. I'm going to take a risk, right? I'm going to take a risk and go hard training in the first game just to get my guys leveled up. The risk, obviously, is that our guys can be angry. I'm hearing myself say it, and I'm like, what? All right, if you know that's going to happen. Let me look at this real quick. Willie Jackson is a threat to leave. King is a threat to leave. They both could leave after this season. And then Amethyst is a threat to leave. Oh, man. I think I'm going to just leave it alone, bro. We got to level these guys up. You can't level them up if they leave, though. That's the only problem. But, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the hard training. And next, the big question is, do I want to add points anywhere? I'm going to go with no for right now. The next question is, do I want to purchase anybody that might be available? I only look for talent spotter and likable. None of those options are available. All right, so we'll go ahead and end this episode right here. Great episode, in my opinion. Please throw a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you on the next game or episode where we play against LA. We'll be playing a home game. All right. We got to win. We got to win 3 games, man. 3 games away. Lock and load it. Let's get it. Peace.